Hey everyone! So I've tried my fair share of liquid liners, so I thought why not do an overview. These actually aren't all the ones I've tried and they're not all the ones that I currently own, but I definitely have a few favorites in here and I also pulled a few for comparison purposes. Alright, so let's get right into it. So let's start with this one. This is the Maybelline Ultra Liner. I've had this for, well okay, not this like specific one, but I've owned like at least a couple of these before and I've used it for a while and it used to be like my liquid liner, my go-to liquid liner, but over some time I wasn't really feeling the really tiny brush tip and also it kind of has like, it kind of dries like tar, like it's kind of like this thick and shiny type of finish to it, and it flakes off. I know people told me that it flakes off on them. It didn't really flake off on me, but that's how it kind of washes off, by flaking off. I personally don't mind that. I actually prefer that over something that smears. But this is one that I've had for a while and I really do like it, but I don't use it as much anymore since I definitely have some other favorites. This one, and I am going to show you swatches of every single one. This N.Y.C liquid liner is like the cheapest one that I own. I think it's like dirt cheap. It's probably like $1 or $2. This one definitely flakes off on me, which is not cool because then you see the little gaps. But it is the only liquid liner that is truly matte. And I'll have to show you a swatch of that as well. But it's the only one that is like actually matte. It doesn't have like this shiny finish when it dries. And I really wanted to show you guys this one to compare with the other ones. Okay, here's another one, the Maybelline line Stiletto. It's very much like the L'Oreal Linear Intense, which I know is a favorite amongst many, and it's nice. There's, you know, it works fine, but I don't like that the felt tip is a little too thick. It doesn't come to a fine point, which I can't get a nice fine crisp line right in the inner corner there and have it really tapered in. It always ends up looking a lot thicker than I would like. So that is the problem with this one, but if you don't mind that, if you don't want a really thin line, if you love the L'Oreal Linear Intense, you'll probably love this too. So these next four are pretty much my favorites, and it's weird to have a whole bunch of favorites, but you'll see exactly why. Okay, let's talk about this one first. This is from Stila, and it's the Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And I figured I'll talk about this one before I talk about the other three because this one actually has a felt tip and it comes to a really fine point. Sammy, stop! Stop! Sorry, he scratches the floor sometimes. I don't know why. Stop! Hey! Okay. Shh! Sorry. So this comes to a really fine point and I really like this. It does have a slight shiny finish, just like I was saying, nothing is really as matte as the N.Y.C one, but it's nothing that I can't work with. The only problem with this is that because it is felt tip and because it comes to such a fine point, and which is why I understand why some of the other ones don't, is because sometimes you can see little bits of felt kind of like wanting to pull off. Like I have pulled off like a string of it before and that could be a problem. It's not a huge problem for me, but that could pose a problem for some people. These next three are pretty much very similar and I love them. So here we are, the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. Let's read out the actual full name. That's right, 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. And the Tarte one, the Tarte MultiplEYE, pretty much has the same idea. It says it's clinically proven natural lash enhancing liquid eyeliner. I can't attest to that. I don't use it for the lash growing purposes, but let's show you how the brush tip looks. They are very pretty much identical. They both have the synthetic type of brush. Same with the Dolly Wink, which I recently got because I've heard so much hype about this and it has really cute packaging, as you can see. But these three are very similar. The difference is that I would say the Physicians Formula one is just a little bit more watery than the Tarte and the Dolly Wink. But overall, they work just about the same. They have a very similar finish. and they don't smear. Comparatively, the one that comes to the most fine tip would be the Dolly Wink, and I'm thinking this is why a lot of people love this one too. So I often compare the Physicians Formula and the Tarte one together because they're similar in a lot of ways. Like even in the way that the cap closes, it has more of like this, it has like the springy suction thing that you kind of have to really push down for it to close. Same with the Physicians Formula one. That looks wrong, but you just have to push it down for it to close. Whereas the Dolly Wink one, it really is like a pen, you know, like you just close it, the cap is normal. And the Dolly Wink one is more inexpensive in certain places. Like over in Asia, I know it's considered to be pretty inexpensive, but to have it shipped over here, it actually ends up costing quite a bit, and I had to search around for like a better deal. I ended up getting it on eBay. If you are at all interested, I'll post a link down below to the eBay user that I got it from. I can't remember exactly how much it came to, but I'll post that somewhere. And of course the Tarte one is the most expensive one. And then the Physicians Formula, I recently got another one. I'm sure the price varies depending on where you get it, like which drugstore. But recently I got another one because I lost my old one. I got this one from Walmart for about $10. So it's not cheap, you know, it does cost a bit more, but I think it's worth it though. Like, I think it works really well because it's the cheapest of the three for me to get, and once again, the only downfall really is that it is a little bit more liquidy. So if you are like a first-time liquid liner user or you have troubles with it, that could pose a problem. If it's like too liquidy, you have a little bit less control. But really, these three work about the same. I do really like the Stila one too, but once again, the Stila one is quite pricey. I got it discounted at Eyeliner because they always have all their makeup, like they always sell it for a discount price over there. But yeah, this is nice too if you want to try this one out, if you for some reason prefer a felt tip over a synthetic brush tip. That would be my overview. I hope you found this at all helpful. If I didn't talk about any of the ones that you're interested in here or that you like, let me know. Let me know if there are ones that, you know, are your favorites and that you think I should definitely try out. Especially let me know if there's one that's truly matte. And from what I've showed you, none of these are really matte except for the N.Y.C. that is really long lasting, that doesn't smear, and just doesn't like rub off too easily. Let me know. And that is all. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye. I also did want to mention that these do shake, so if your liner is drying up, shaking them sometimes helps, and these two don't. They don't need to because you're pretty much just grabbing liquid out. And these are my top four once again, and I would say the two of best value would be these two, the Koji Dolly Wink and the Physicians Formula. And I just wanted to quickly show you a little quick rub test that these don't smear off that easily for the most part. I would say maybe the three on top are more prone to flaking than the rest.